Hey, good evening, folks. I made a post earlier about Stellar, and I just didn't, vibe on how it kind of came up. But I was interested in kind of wondering where Stellar was at insofar as the MiCA Crypto Alliance ecosystem that's now being developed, and widespread adoption is taking place, and licensing are required to be, you're being issued by the MiCA Crypto Alliance. So I did some dive on it, did some white page research, and absolutely, Stellar is joining the MiCA Crypto Alliance EU over in the EU for stablecoin adoption and regulation. Stablecoin, and it talks about how with this adoption, XLM is looking to move the value of currency, not money, a currency amount, but a value, a currency value. So I don't know what that means insofar as like what that will do for the price discovery of XLM this market cycle. But I just want to throw out there that these coins that are getting like geared for global adoption, like just on a major financial scale, like XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, anything that's probably involved with the MiCA Crypto Alliance. I'm sure there's going to be some huge price discoveries because the native tokens to these platforms, I think, were designed to move monetary amounts, not necessarily like stable amounts, but monetary amounts, which is a lot more. So, not financial advice. I think there's a weird reason that they're going to be that they've been kind of held back in price. I don't want to say suppressed yet because the adoption and framework hasn't been implemented or even put together to really give these specific cryptocurrency a actual value, a realistic value, a utility value. Okay, that's what we're going to call it, a utility value, because the utility has not been applied onto the ledgers, onto the platforms that they're going to be on, and onto the rails that they're going to be running on, onto the markets that they're going. There's a whole lot of furtherance in the infrastructure adoption that's going to take place here really quickly. And already is, and it's happening, and the mainstream media isn't talking about it. You're not hearing about how the MiCA Crypto Alliance is now issuing licenses to exchanges for tokenized asset and having to be in compliance and regulate. But I do know this: on the Ethereum net, like on Ethereum, it operates on currently 215 different exchanges, and it was on 218. Same with XRP, it was on 174 different exchanges, and now it's on 171. So there's been 3 exchanges that have magically disappeared from the ecosystems of both the XRP and Ethereum exchanges, like the exchanges that they were ran on. So it makes me wonder if the exchanges aren't going to be able to get compliant with the MiCA regulations and licensing. Then maybe there are not going to be exchanges that are going to be people should be trading on. And furthermore, I just want to say this: my first student that I've got going, he was trading on what I would have called a kind of a sketchier exchange, and I told him to move over to the one that I like to trade on, and he did. And you can see the results he's having over there. So go check it out. None of this is financial advice, just information sharing. That sort of stuff, we'll talk about that later. Have a great day. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope this has been informative. Have a good one.